Hello, everyone. Taking a look at the first part of Oedipus the King. I'm still struggling with making these videos. Like I said, I've made hundreds and hundreds of videos for online classes, but never for IH. My job is not to explain the text to you. I am a resource, obviously. Read these things before. Maybe I know a little bit more about them. Maybe I can offer an idea here or there. But why am I making these videos? Well, mostly because I said I would make these videos. So take them for what you will. And what I've decided to do is just focus on things that I think are interesting, or what's my response. And reading the beginning of this has been eerie. First of all, this is Sophocles' play, Oedipus the King, Oedipus Tyrannus, or as the translator decided to call it, Sophocles' King Oedipus, Oedipus the King, a version for the modern stage. It's in the collected works of W.B. Yeats, William Butler Yeats, who was one of the greatest poets of the 20th century. Let's face it, he was the greatest poet of the 20th century. And he translated it with help. And I chose, there's a million different translations of Oedipus, and I chose the Yeats translation because I wanted one that was really good. I mean, Yeats was a great poet, and although this translation may not be the most scholarly translation in terms of accuracy to the original Greek, it's my favorite because Yeats was a great poet. He was a great writer, and it can't replace actually reading it in the original Greek, I'm sure, which I've never done. But it's good, and it's much more readable, and it's just better than most translations. So as far as that accuracy, I'm not sure, but as far as readability, I think it's the best. Why did I say it was a strange or eerie experience? Well, because the opening scene is the city of Thebes going through a plague and a famine, a crisis in their city. This is ancient Greece, right? Thebes was a large city by their standards, perhaps not ours, but something is happening. Something bad is happening in the city. It's kind of all we need to know. No new life is coming in, and also the people are dying, I guess. That's kind of all we need to know. I mean, it's kind of fuzzy to me exactly what the situation is in Thebes, except that it's really bad. It's a plague, and the people have come to their leader, Oedipus, to ask for his help, to ask for him to lead them out of this crisis. And he has promised to do so. That's basically, I guess, what's happening. And I just thought that there was quite a, unfortunate connection with what's happening to us now. I mean, we're not in the middle of a plague, but we're in the middle of the first global pandemic of a virus. And, we're suffering through a kind of a crisis. And like the people of Thebes, we're looking for somebody to lead us out of it, right? We're looking for somebody to solve our problems. And, I'm not going to say a word about what our prospects are for having a leader to solve our problems. That's up to you to figure that one out. But that's what they're doing here. I mean, they're looking to Oedipus, their leader. He is the leader of Thebes. He has become the leader of Thebes through, you can figure out the story for yourself, how he became that. But it really is something else. This chorus here on page 372. The chorus is a trope or a thing in Greek tragedy where you have a group of people who speak to the main. It's usually a group of old men who are sort of commenting on what's going on and sort of playing a part in the play. But their chorus here on page 372 is pretty amazing in terms of describing what it's like to be in a place that is under a plague, Maybe a little too close for comfort for me, actually. I'm going to talk about death. So anyway, yeah, Oedipus, he's got to solve their problems, and I don't know, will he be up for the challenge or not?